Welcome back to the TROM Mastery Series audio course. If you're new here, TROM stands for the Resolution of the Mind, a self-studied, self-applied method of resolving your mental and spiritual condition. TROM offers insight into the spirit, mind, and life along with exercises that will get you into the now, relieve past trauma, and resolve inner conflict. Our Start Here playlist offers an ideal introduction. The following is a lecture delivered by Dennis Stevens himself. It's not a lecture for beginners, though. As long as you read the manual or have listened to the TROM Mastery Series audio recordings up to this point, you'll have no problem comprehending it. Before we start, let's review what we've covered so far about TROM Level 5. On Level 5, Part A, use a chart to play out postulate conflicts and overwhelms to find more to time break on the subject of to know. On Level 5, Part B, you examine other subjects like to help, or to control, or to eat, and so on. We haven't touched on Level 5, Part C yet. It works just like Level 5A, but this time, instead of just using the subject of to know, you are adding subject matter to it. For example, while on TROM Level 5A, you will put the other in the postulate of must be known, and then yourself into must know, so you can play out the overwhelm of being forced to know. On Level 5C, you will select a subject like cats, for example, and you will make the other postulate cats must be known, and you will postulate that you must know cats, with the overwhelm being forced to know cats. But before you do this, you make sure you address all the purposes of cats on Level 5B, as Dennis will explain shortly. Dennis will use the words ionize and ionization. This means to infuse a mass with a postulate. You could say that cats are infused with certain postulates or functions like to love or to eat, and so on. When you run Level 5, Part C, you are running what are called junior universes. A junior universe is a universe that is coextensive with this one. The best way to explain this is by saying that the universe of cats, for example, is coextensive with the universe because the universe can be divided up into cats and non-cats. Any subject matter that can be divided up into the thing and its absence and be of equal scope to the universe as a whole can be run on Level 5C because it is coextensive with it. It extends over the same space or time, corresponding exactly in extent. That's all I have to say about TROM Level 5C for now. Let's hear it from Dennis.
Today is the 6th of April 1994, and I'd like to take up two subjects, the first of which is the subject of erasability, and later on I want to take up the subject of the philosophy of TROM. We are now in a position, a very fortunate position, to be able to finalise this subject of the erasability of junior universes at Level 5C, to finalise it once and for all. I can say now with great certainty that this area is now explored completely and finally. Here then is the data. Any junior universe, repeat, any junior universe can be erased from the mind at Level 5C. The reason for this is very simple. If the universe has an existence in the universe, then it's erasable at Level 5C. It can be made the subject matter of the to know goals package at Level 5C and erased. Now why is this? Well, it's to do with a little identification that belongs in this universe is to do with the basic law upon which this universe is evidently built. The identification is that the idea, the concept of an existence is identical to the concept of must be known. The concept of existence and the concept of must be known are identical concepts. In other words, if a thing exists in the universe, it must be known in the universe. And if a thing must be known in the universe, then it exists in the universe. This is an identification. And also we have that if a thing doesn't exist in the universe, then it mustn't be known. And if it mustn't be known in the universe, then it doesn't exist in the universe. Again, it's these propositions derive from the basic law upon which this universe is based. Just briefly remind you of the basic law. The basic law states that the class of the knowable is coextensive with the class of those things brought into existence to be known. That is the basic law upon which this universe is constructed. And we can deduce from this basic law, I won't go into the logic of the mechanics of how this can be done in logic, but I can assure you that we can validly deduce from that law this idea that the concept of existence is identical to the concept of be known, and the concept of non-existence is identical to the concept of not be known or be not known. And from this state of affairs, we can say with great certainty that any existence, and a junior universe is an existence, any junior universe can be erased from the mind by making it the subject matter of the to-know goals package at level 5C. Now, the only thing that can prevent the erasure is that the junior universe has become ionized with one or other legs of a junior gold package. Now that's the datum we didn't have. That's the new datum. Once you grasp this, you'll get the whole picture. The only interfering factor is this subject of the junior universes. The only interfering factor is the subject of the junior gold package. If a junior universe has there's no interference, if the junior universe is not interfered with or is not involved with in games play with some junior gold package, then it will erase readily at level 5C by making it the subject matter of the to-know goals package at level 5C. You see that. But if that junior universe is interfered with or is involved in games play with some junior goals package, which is then considered independent of the basic package, that's important. It's then considered to be independent of the basic package. Then when you come at level 5C to try and erase this junior universe, it won't erase at level 5C because of the interference it's getting from the junior goals package. I'll give you an example of this and you'll see it very, very clearly. Now let's take the subject of the junior universe of a dress. Dress, you know what girls wear, D-R-E-S-S, a dress. Now undoubtedly there are some people that would get to level 5C and say, okay, well I'll just erase the junior universe of a dress and make it the subject matter of the to-know goals package, and it erases like a lamb. Now one thing we know about these people is that they have not been playing games with dresses, and they have not got the subject of a dress, they have not got this junior universe of a dress ionized with any of the legs of a junior goals package. You follow that? We know that immediately. Otherwise it simply would erase. But others people will get to level 5C, try and erase the junior universal dress, and it won't erase. So they have to say, well now, we have to then ask, as we know, as I've given you on earlier material, earlier lectures and in the main write-up, there we'll have to say, well, what is the purpose? What is the function of a dress? See, what we're hunting for is the junior goals package here, you see. We're looking for the junior goals package that's interfering. When we ask for the function, we're asking for a junior goals package, aren't we? See that? It's a sneaky way to ask for it. We ask for the function of the dress. And the person writes down the functions of the dress. And he only has to look at the dress and he will get the functions. He doesn't have to go hunting very far. He only has to look at the dress and there's the ionisation of the dress. So he says, well, now there's femininities. Dress is associated with feminine. It's got a feminine function, he would say. It's got a feminine function, the person would say a dress has in our society. He's reading it off the dress, you see. He's picking up the feminine ionisation of the garment. See, because it's got a feminine usage, an exclusive feminine usage in our society. See there? But what is the ionisation here? Well, the ionisation is the must be sex postulate. The dress is ionised, must be sexed, and the must be sex postulate, of course, is a postulate from the to sex goals package, and the person has got the to sex goals package considered as independent of the to know goals package, and bingo, he can't erase the dress at level 5C by making it the subject matter of the to know goals package. See that? So he has to now get down, knuckle down, and erase the to sex goals package to break the interference. He gets that erased, and then he has to do all the checks, which I've given you on the earlier lectures. He then has to rerun it again at level, make it the subject matter of the to know goals package level 5C, check that if it will now erase. If it doesn't, he has to go and find another purpose of address until eventually he goes back and it erases. He's now got rid of all the purposes. But the purposes show as ionisation of the junior universe. And just to refresh your mind on the subject of ionisation, which I have covered on an earlier lecture, which is to refresh you that when we say ionisation, we simply mean the flooding of a mass with a postulate. That's what we mean when we say ionisation. We're flooding a mass with a postulate. So if a dress has a must-be sexed ionisation, well, it simply, all we mean when we say that is that the dress is flooded with a must-be sexed postulate, which is the feminine sexual postulate, which is what you would expect if the dress is so closely associated with the females. It would pick up the ionisation of their primary sexual postulate, which it does. It does. See that? So see it in terms of ionisation, and you understand it. You understand how where it picks up the function from. And you don't have to go hunting for the ionisation. So, well, what's the ionisation of this junior universe? You've only got to look at the junior universe and read it off the junior universe. It's right there when you look at the junior universe, if you know what to look for. Yes, the simplest way to handle it, if you can't read the ionisation directly off the junior universe, and you will be able to do this by the time you've got a fair way through level 5, I can assure you. The subject of ionisation gets very, very real to you. But if you can't read the ionisation, well, you simply ask, what is the function of the dress? And when you list the function of the dress, you'll pick up the ionisation. There's two ways you can do it. You can either read the ionisation directly off the junior universe, or you can simply look at the junior universe or you either read it directly off the junior universe, or you just say, well, what's the function of the junior universe? One way or the other, you'll get it. You'll get the ionisations, and then you just apply the technologies I've given it, and then eventually you'll get the dress erased. Do you see that? Now, this is what we mean by erasability. Now, there's one final thing I have to tell you on this subject. It's a dreadful pitfall. It's one I fell into, and I had enormous trouble with it. And it's one way to generate an enormous amount of mass in your mind. and which is terribly difficult to get rid of. And it's one way to get yourself in an awful mess, and is to try and play with this idea that you can make a junior universe the subject matter of a junior goals package. I can tell you now with utter certainty and absolute conviction that you can't. You can't make any junior universe the subject matter of any junior goals package. You just can't do it. Now, why can't you do it? Okay, I didn't know this until recently, but I've now got the whole, as I say, I've got the whole thing out now. I now know why you can't do it. This is the way it goes. To be erasable within a goals package, the junior universe has to only consist of the two postulates, of the to be blank and to not be blank postulates on that side of the goals package. If a junior universe only consists of those two things, those two postulates of a junior universe, then it could be made the subject matter of that junior universe and would erase. Now that is a true technical datum. But unfortunately, the only goals package, the only goals package of which this is true is the to know goals package, because the junior universe is an existence. And because of the identification between existence and be known and non-existence and not be known, that's an identification in the universe itself, based upon the basic law of the universe. Because of this peculiar identification there, any junior universe that exists in this universe, it's erasable within that to know goals package, and it's not erasable within any other junior goals package. The simple truth of the matter is that none of the junior goals packages have this identification like we have in the basic package. The basic package, we have the identification between existence and be known. You see that? Well, none of the junior packages have this identification. So you can't make them. You can't get an erasure of a junior universe by making it the subject matter of one of these junior goals packages. You see that? I'll give you an example. Let's take go back to we were dealing with the dress and the to sex goals package. You think, well, there might be various things which could be made the subject matter of the to sex goals package. Well, as a matter of fact, there aren't any junior universes which can be made the subject matter of the to sex goals package. You say, well, that's peculiar. Isn't there anything in the universe that is sexable? Yes. But the only thing in this universe which is truly sexual, it's truly that can truly be sexed, I should say, is the to be sex postulate. Everything else is not quite right. I used to think when I first researched the to sex goals package that the junior universe of female sex cells was erasable within the to sex goals package. But it took me a month or two of fiddling around with it to realise that they weren't erasing. Nothing was erasing. I was just getting a lot of mass showing up. It all looked very significant. And but the end point was I got absolutely nowhere and I had to abandon it. It was just another interesting way to generate mass. So that one fell away. Then I thought, well, the junior universe of femininity, God, that ought to be erasable within the to sex goals package. No, again, it isn't quite right. Femininity isn't exactly sexable. It isn't exactly sexable. It's not exactly sexable. The only thing in this universe that is exactly sexable is the to be sex postulate. Get it? So whatever junior universe you make the subject matter of the TROM goals package, won't work. You won't get erasure. See that? The only thing you can erase in the TROM goals package, in other words, are the four postulates of the package. They would erase one against the other, and the whole package will go. But to try and use the package as an erasure tool at level 5C gets you into the soup, gets you into a hole, gets you into a mess. And the reason why is the reason why I've just given you. Is that the only identification between a junior universe and a goals package is in the to know goals package, with this identification between the junior universe of existence and the to be known postulate. And that is a true identification in this universe. And because of that, and because the junior universe, if it exists, it's its existence in the universe. Once it exists, it's erasable within the confines of the to know goals package. And it's only erasable within the confines of the to know goals package. So one gorgeous way to booby trap this whole subject is to get in and say, well, now we can make junior universes the subject matter of junior goals packages. Nope, you get nowhere. And you just get, eventually you just pile up more and more lies. It's a lie, you see. You're just peddling the lie, and you just pile up more mass, more mass, more mass, and in the end you just go, the effect is the same effect as if you were trying to erase an unerasable goals package. It's slower, but the effect eventually is the same. You would just dig yourself a hole in the graveyard and get into it. There's no way out that way. So that's my final words on the subject. Bear them very carefully in mind. You won't find any, in the write-up of TROM, you won't find any reference to making junior universes the subject of junior goals packages. And now we know the reason why. I knew it then. I knew you couldn't do it, but I didn't know why you couldn't do it. Now I know why you can't do it. So I'm giving you the reasons why. So don't fall into that trap. It's a yawning chasm for the unwary. It's the subject of making junior universes the subject matter of the junior goals packages. So don't do it. Okay? You erase junior universes at level 5C exactly as per the way I've given you in the write-up and the supplementary material in the supplementary tapes. Well, actually, it's in the write-up. It's in the main write-up. There's sufficient data in the main write-up to do it. All the supplementary tapes give you is the reasons why, and amplifies the material, and points out the booby traps. So the final message on the subject is don't fall in any way for any idea of don't think there's any quick way of erasing junior universes in the junior goals packages. It's a booby trap. There's no way out that way. The only way it can be done is the way I've given you. There isn't any other way to do it, and I can prove it. And almost as a postscript on the subject of erasing junior universes at level 5C, don't forget the data about Snoozer the cat. Do you remember I said early on in the write-up there that the tendency is you tend to pick something a little bit too tough to handle. So don't be surprised that even though you've erased all the junior even though you've erased all the junior goals packages associated with a junior universe at level 5C, and you've cleaned up all its ionizations, and you've got it all ready to go, it still won't erase. It's just a little bit too tough to erase for you. Well, remember Snoozer the cat. Get inside it. You remember I said in the write-up, Snoozer the cat, if you can't erase Snoozer the cat, we'll settle for his whiskers and work through the cat bit by bit till you've got the whole lot erased. You can always do that too. But do that after you've cleaned up the ionizations and cleaned up the functions of the junior universe. Get the functions cleaned up first. And then, and if necessary, and it's still too tough to erase at level 5C, or then get inside it, like treat it like Snoozer the cat, and get inside it and erase it a bit at a time. One way or the other, you'll get there. You'll get there. But I can tell you now, you'll never get there, never ever get there, once you get involved with this idea, this crazy idea of making junior universes the subject matter of junior gold packages. There's no future in it.